All right, my dear, we're coming up off of a full moon from last week. So what do we got going for us this week?
We
in the
have
stars?
Mercury direct in Scorpio, and it's so important because Mercury is in the same sign as Venus.
Yeah.
So, and I thought I would go through all 12 signs, and they would know where they can expect communication to be straight and good fortune to follow. So,
oh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I think they kind of go hand in hand. So for Sagittarians, for them, actually, it's a behind-the-scenes kind of thing for Sagittarians. They have to finish up stuff, but they get some help from a behind-the-scenes woman. And a younger female. Ordinarily, I would think, man, that's not going to be a lot of help. But in this particular case, for Sagittarians, the younger female helps the Sagittarian out to get what it is that they want. So, and that's a good thing for them. For Capricorns, it is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. Capricorns need to reach for the brass ring over the next week or so because they're likely to grab it. And it will be through the help of their powerful, well-placed female friends that they get what it is that they're looking for. Okay. For Aquarians, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing, and they have to put their professional money where their professional mouth is, and the powers that be are looking at them and have been evaluating their performance for the last 3 weeks or so, and they find out over the next week how they did on that. They get their report card, they get their grade, and it's actually better than they deserve.
Whoa,
which is kind of nice.
That's good news.
Yeah, so for Pisces, important events, important matters at a distance go their way. They've got some sort of contract, a negotiation, or legal matter that's been pending, that's been kind of going back and forth. Well, that gets straightened out, and they get their answer, and they get a much more favorable result than they were hoping for.
Woo-hoo,
which is
more good
news too. Yes, for Aries, it's in their 8th house of other people's money flowing their way, other people's resources flowing their way. And I know that there have not been a lot of Christmas bonuses handed out in the last couple of years or so, but I think that changes in Aries. If anybody's likely to get a Christmas bonus or do well financially over the next week or so, it's likely to be Aries.
Woo.
So I say they should pick up the drinking tab.
Really?
For Tauruses, 7th house of partners, they get some kind of recognition for a job well done. They get the pat on the back, they get the acknowledgement that they have worked very, very hard at something, and it comes through the efforts of a younger person, somehow makes the Taurus end up looking good, which is kind of a nice thing, and it smooths things out, and all of their relationships smooth out. It's like something comes out and pours oil on rough waters to smooth them. So
I know what that's all about.
Do you? Well, and I think that's great, because if it makes Pat smile, I am all about it.
There you go.
For Geminis, it is in their 6th house of work and responsibilities. For Geminis, a nebulous kind of work situation changes for them. And they get the word that they've been waiting for as to what either the reorganization is. And again, they come out in a better position than they thought they were going to come out in 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
For Cancers, it's in their 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures. Anything having to do with a good time is what Cancers are looking forward to. And they do very, very well with that. And they, for one reason or another, they're proud of their children. Their children do something that really is very cool for the Cancer. For Leos, it's in their 4th house of home. Something happens at home, and something that they've been working with for a while comes to be after a reversal is what it seems, and whatever they didn't think they were going to have at home, they end up having.
Okay.
So it's kind of a pleasant surprise for them as far as that goes at home. Me too. For Virgo, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living. The pace of their day-to-day living picks up. They've been bantering back and forth about how can they reach a broader audience with their words, or what can they do that makes their day-to-day living easier for them, and whatever it is, that happens over the next 2 weeks or so.
Gotcha.
And it ends up being a very cool thing for them. For Libra, the money gods smile on them. The other people likely to get either a raise or increase in money or some sort of money increase where they actually have more money at the end of their month instead of more month at the end of their money. And it's through the fruits of their labor. This is not just stuff falling out of the sky on them. This is stuff that they've actually earned and they've actually deserved and should have gotten
a long time ago.
Yes, but it's good at least that they're getting it now. And then for Scorpio, the last sign, Venus is in their sign and the Sun is in their sign. And it is all about the Scorpio putting forth their interests, putting them forward. It's time for the Scorpio to step on forward and be in the spotlight for one reason or another. If they're single, they attract someone. If they're married, their marriage goes well. And they get all kind of good press, which is a very cool thing. So that's tomorrow's news today. No bad news for any of the signs. I went to college, University of Tampa. Tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac.
I like it when you bring good news, my dear.
I like to bring good news because you throw tomatoes at me when I don't. So.
Keep doing it. It's the holiday spirit.
Tra-la-la. Always a pleasure.